No chat, just video, apparently.
Yeah, I just fixed that. Okay. I am ready.
And I am watching. So, whenever you're ready. When you say you're ready, whenever Kaner decides to switch it over, I guess.
Is there anything more? Okay. Shall we start then? I'm going to restart the game just to bring up the game. Oh,
Kaner says wait.
okay.
Blech. Throat.
Just let me know when you're ready. Okay. Okay.
Right, I'm just here waiting for when I need to talk.
Right.
Let me also
Let's
pull
start.
up notes.
So when I
Really?
count down from when I say go, it's time. Go.
Alright, so this is a Puyo Puyo Sun speedrun. All modes, meaning he's doing all three characters' stories. And so the settings for this run are as follows. The game is set to easiest difficulty. Chain animations are set to short are turned off so that it just makes things faster. And cutscenes are also off, so he doesn't need to skip them. It just goes straight to gameplay. And he starts off with a 2-chain that should finish off Skeleton T pretty quickly. Another 2-chain incoming, I'm pretty sure. If he can get a blue. And there you go. Actually, that's a 3-chain. Believe that's a good time, is it?
Yeah, that's a pretty good time for Skeleton T.
That's pretty fast. Opting for stairs now. Into a 2-chain. So for those who don't know how Puyo works, essentially, there's 5 colors that drop from the sky, and in your side of the screen, you have to chain them so that when they pop, they'll drop other Puyos of matching colors that pop more and get chains, so you can get more nuisance onto your opponent's field and beat them. And I'd say Harpy is about dead. Yep. And so we have the final stage for Draco now. This fake Arl person who wears a paper bag. I don't know who it's supposed to be. And Cave's gonna opt for more 2-chains for the time being. As 2-chains are the most reliable way to deal with these early stages. The initial enemies aren't real. The first few stages aren't really. Enemies aren't really that good at playing or countering. And Fake Arl just killed itself. And so after Draco's story finished, he turned off the game and rebooted it so that he could get the same RNG seed for Arl's story. It just helps for consistency. RNG manipulation, essentially. Going for a single blue chain there. 2-chain. And Draco is dead. It's funny, just a moment ago we were winning as Draco and then she lost. I believe he's opting for stairs again. Yep. Stairs is essentially when you put three Puyos of the same color in a tower of sorts, and then put the fourth one that would pop those for on the next column over, on top of a column of 3 other colored Puyos, so that it's an easy way to... It's basically a really easy way to make chains when you're starting out playing. Really consistent. There's other methods, but stairs works fine enough for this purpose. And already got... And he has a Sun Puyo. You want to try and avoid... Sun Puyos are specific to this game, well, being called Puyo Puyo Sun, that should go without saying. Essentially what they do is they're nuisance Puyo that have their own turn to appear, and thus they waste time. I mean, once you pop them, they actually give you a score bonus, and that's the mechanic in this game. But if you get an all clear, you end up actually wasting time compared to if this was Puyo Puyo Su or Fever, because it just puts a Sun Puyo on your field rather than giving you a plus 30 bonus to your next score. And you want to avoid Sun Puyos at all costs. On both players' sides of the field, actually. Since they have their own turn for appearing, it also wastes time if they appear on the opponent's field. I believe he's opting for a 3-chan, and she's already dead. Ooh, 3-chain incoming. What is this toad's name again?
Nohoho?
Really? That's its name?
Yeah.
Well, alright then. I'm probably not going to remember that. Despite having played so many of these games already. Despite growing up on Mean Me Machine and Puyo Puyo happened.
Don't blink, or few levels will go by. Pretty much.
Another 2-chain with a rock. And a green incoming. And another green incoming, another 2-chain. And I'd say that this one is also dead. Yep. And my favorite character to play as in these games.
My worst opponent in this game, but in particular.
Yeah, I expect this one to be a slower one comparatively to how this run has been going. Which also has her own game, actually, Comet Summoner. You know, if I was thinking, I might have practiced that game and submitted it to the marathon. Oh well. Maybe another time.
I did.
That worked.
Whatever.
Was that a slow run, or?
No, I didn't do what I want to do.
Gotcha. Also, can I just say how much I love Zodaimo's background? It looks like he's looking on to ancestors or something, I don't know. It's just like, what you have to ponder what he's thinking about in this. It almost looks pretty somber, actually.
Kinda does, yeah.
Until the chain animation comes in. And he's dead. And then the earthquake toll comes up. A 2-chain with a combo incoming. I don't know if that's the proper term, but when you pop 2 two color sets of Puyo at the same time rather than sequentially in a chain. I just call that a combo. It's that I have a name for it. It might have a different name. But yeah, though, scoring two sets of, for those who haven't played Puyo before, scoring two sets of Puyo at the same time does not give you as much back. It does not put as many nuisance Puyo above the opponent's field as scoring a chain, but it can sometimes still help with just the metagame, I guess. Also, generic anime swordsman, Logness. Logness for Smash. I
forgot about that.
You're the one who said I needed to bring it up, so...
True.
And now here's Relu, the third to last opponent of the game. For some reason, she's obsessed with getting Satan's hand in marriage. I'll never understand that.
I think no one will, to be honest.
It's a strange love triangle. Satan wants Arl's hand in marriage. Relu wants Satan's hand in marriage. Satan wants nothing to do with Relu. Arl wants nothing to do with Satan. And Relu hates Arl for wooing her Satan-sama. It's a never-ending cycle. My friend's reserves generic anime guy with it. Well, he's at least got dark magic on his side. Logness just has what? The ability to grow and shrink. Gain experience. And plus, Shazo has a bunch of Freudian slips that add to his character.
Oh yeah.
He's the absolute worst with words.
Definitely, yeah.
And
but he's a really good character still. I really like him.
Beach. Yeah. And now we have Beach Party Satan. I love this theme.
One of my favorite themes of this game.
It just doesn't sound like a Satan theme in Puyo Puyo when you think about it, but it's still amazing for this game, given the beach themes. So the plot of this game is Satan wanted to be surrounded by a bunch of girls in bikinis, so he blew the sun up to immense size and so that could happen. He also wanted to wear Hawaiian shirts as part of his plan. And that had just about the same effect as you would expect. Everyone got ticked off, and either Arl or Shazo goes to beat him up. Draco's fine with it, though, because she can just get a tan.
I find it funny because Draco is the only one that really is agreeing with it, but nobody else does.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Draco still... It doesn't exactly work out for her. Uh-oh, he got an all clear. Still, that might be enough to finish off whatever this guy's name is. Yeah, he should be already dead.
I need a red right now.
Nah, he's already dead. But yeah, so Shazo's story is essentially the same as Arl's story, only more difficult, and he starts a bit, as you see, he skips Arl's first few stages, given, I think, which was Arl's 6th stage, if memory serves.
Yeah.
And now, which is the 2nd stage in Shazo's story. So far, Witch seems to be putting up quite the fight.
That's why I kinda don't like Witch, by the way.
Hey, she's a protagonist in some sort, so she has to have some plot armor. Ooh, going for, I guess, spike strat, if we're going by mean machine AI logic.
Yeah.
Where you're building on the left side and just hoping to get stuff. At least you're not doing the coconut / harpy strat. That'll never work.
I don't think either of those strats really work as intended. But I was trying to do it anyway.
Yeah, like the strat of just making walls on the side and keeping them built throughout the run. Just, I don't know why coconuts or harpy thought that would work. It just, it doesn't. They're some of the easiest opponents in the game that they come from.
You might know this game because of the Mean Bean machine.
Puyo Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, in which case, Satan is actually called Dark Prince, like in the old days where only a few of the Puyo games were localized, and in those he was called Dark Prince, which that just doesn't have the same effect, honestly, for this character.
I agree with that.
A Dark Prince, let's think over a little. Okay, I probably shouldn't word it that way, especially not on Cherry Stream, but Dark Prince going after the protagonist. Woo! Random character. But when you say Satan's going after the protagonist to get her hand in marriage, that brings a whole different
meaning.
Perspective on things. Yeah. Honestly makes him look pretty pathetic.
I will agree with that. So this is the next to final level.
I'm sorry, did Rulu just have fangs? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I probably missed that, so...
And so yeah, now you fight Arl as the penultimate stage, and then Satan will be next.
So normally I will die here to just skip Carbuncle, but because Carbuncle is going to be run at this point, I am going to keep Satan alive. Or myself alive. Just fight Satan. Or Dark Prince. I prefer to call him the Dark Prince, because...
Oh, really?
He's more kid. There's time, by the way.
Yeah, time for this run is when Satan loses. Because Carbuncle isn't part of the run. I mean, it's part of this run for the marathon, but not part of the run for the time.
So it will be time when we defeat or lose against Carbuncle.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Just to make it simpler for... There we go.
I take it that means you beat him?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh no, I think I made Captain Kiner accidentally restart the timer because I confused him. Oh no.
But yeah, this was really fun. It's a really fun run. I think I got I don't know what the time was for in the when I got to beat.
I know that the time when you beat Satan was around 16:45.
Jeez. That's a new PB if that's the case.
Well, there you
By
go.
a long shot. Jeez.
Yeah, that was a really good run overall.
Oh.
Chezo, well, he didn't put his face in his elbow, so it's not exactly a dab, but it's close.
Anyway, this is a really fun run. Really recommend Puyo Puyo Sun if you are a beginner to Puyo Puyo for speedrunning and in general, because it's an easy game to get into and it's a fun game to get into. That said, though,
it has one of the easier Satan fights, doesn't it?
yes, one of the easiest. Like, if even if you play on normal, it's a pretty easy game. So, yeah. Though it has the hardest difficulty mode in the entire franchise, I believe, with an extremely difficult. Anyway, that's for me and Spadakera. Thank you very much for the commentary.
Thank you, I did my best.
And yeah, I will be continuing to have some Puyo Puyo music on while Tanner is doing that, like setting up for the intermission.
Alright then. So what is the next run? It's Mighty Switch Force 2. Ooh. I played the first game. I'm gonna want to watch that.
I think next up is actually... Oh, sorry. Well, Mighty Switch Force.
Yeah.
Anyway, that said, we should probably...
Probably back out of the voice chat now.
Yeah.
Alright.